Joining us now, Congress MP Karti Chidambaram. Karti, thank you very much for your time.
Hello.
For quite some time, you have been tacitly critical of the ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu. It began with your comments on the murder of political leader Armstrong. Then the more recent comment on demanding a white paper on the Cooum Restoration project. Is the Congress in Tamil Nadu turning more assertive, perhaps following Anamali's model?
I can't speak for the as a whole of the Congress organization because the TNCC president has to speak for it. But I, as a public representative, I have never felt shy of raising matters of public concern. As far as the murder of Armstrong, I don't consider it a political murder. I consider it a murder for gain or for other personal enmity. What I commented upon was of the encounter which happened about one of the accused. I think I vehemently condemn encounters. Encounters is not good policing. Good policing is apprehending those who they believe are guilty and bringing them before a court of law and then getting them a sentence of conviction. That is what good policing is. Encounters is not good policing. I have consistently condemned encounters, not only here in Tamil Nadu but all over India. And as far as the Cooum is concerned, this cleaning of Cooum is something I've been hearing since I was in school.
Right.
And I went to Don Bosco, and every time I went to Don Bosco from my house, I had to cross the bridge which was over the Cooum. And anybody who's lived in Madras all their lives would realize that nothing significant has happened in this Cooum restoration or cleaning exercise or endeavor. And when the mayor said that 750 crores has been allotted for the cleaning of the Cooum, out of which 529 crores has been spent, I wanted to know the details of it, not only of this exercise, but all the previous exercises which have happened in the past decades, to see where we are going wrong. So, as a good and a responsible public representative, it is my right and duty to raise these questions which are of public interest.
You've also specifically asked for enhanced transparency.
See, by and large, government does not have transparency. When I say government, I'm talking about government as a whole, whether it's state government, local body, or national government. We really do not know, as an average citizen, really does not know what the government is doing, what is the outcome of its programs, where is the money being spent, whether the outcomes have been achieved or not. Most programs, the average person doesn't know whether the outcomes have been reached. And the cleaning of the Cooum is something so specific. If you're cleaning something, has it become cleaner? I mean, I'm sure there are some parameters which we can measure it with. So I think generally I am batting for accountability and transparency all around. And this is just a specific, program which I've zeroed in on.
It's not being critical of your ally.
There's nothing to do with critical or non-critical. As a public representative, I am raising issues of public concern. Whether you take it as criticism, whether you take it as just as honest commentary, that's up to you. But as a public representative, I am obligated to rise up and speak.
On issues of the illicit liquor tragedy, this is the second time after the DMK took over powers in Tamil Nadu. Also, a series of murder in terms of politicians being targeted. Also, huge seizures in terms of ganja and other drugs. On these issues, the Congress appears to be quite silent, unlike its vociferous criticism in terms of BJP rules.
I have been raising this issue. As far as the illicit liquor is concerned, I've openly said that this could not have happened without the know of the local administration. It's impossible to have the production, the supply and distribution of illicit liquor without the tacit approval of the local administration. And in fact, there is an informal estimation that the illicit liquor trade in Tamil Nadu is worth 20,000 crores. I really think the government must crack down on it. Of course, they need to come up with a holistic solution to it. They must first of all have rehabilitation centers for liquor addiction. They must have counseling. They must cut this liquor trade out, and you must also start regulating the TASMAC sales. I have also said that perhaps TASMAC sales must be linked to Aadhaar, and so you must have electronic billing. You must link to Aadhaar. So I'm not batting for prohibition at all. I believe that prohibition is a failed policy worldwide. But you must have regulated trade. You must have ID checks, and you must definitely crack down on the supply, production, and distribution of illicit alcohol. And as far as drugs are concerned, yes, it's a growing concern. I've even said that even in my own district, there's something known as Cool Lip, which is very easily available in all stores, even though it's banned, which again calls for strict action. So the law and order machinery definitely must crack down on all these things. Political killings, I have a different view. I don't think these are all political killings at all.
Right.
These are, you see, what has really happened in Tamil Nadu is that people with a lot of criminal and rowdy backgrounds have gone and found refuge in many political parties. And they are targeted for their past enmity or for some other fallout, and they are getting attacked and killed. So these are not, they are not getting killed for their political ideology. That notwithstanding, I think the government and the law and order machinery must crack down on hired killers. That's a trend which is growing. These are now gangs or groups of people who are hired assassins, and that's becoming a lot more common. But these hired assassins are targeting others who have a rowdy background. They're not really being targeted for their political background. That notwithstanding, I think it's a duty of the police to curb all these hired guns, which seem to be getting more and more by the day.
Is the Tamil Nadu government doing enough? They always argue that swift action was taken after these crimes, but in terms of prevention.
See, a crime of passion can't be prevented, because two people get into an argument and somebody gets angry and they do something, no police can prevent it. But if there are hired gangs which are available for hire to carry out contract killings, I'm sure the intelligence can crack down on them, can give the inputs to the law and order machinery to crack down on organized gangs for assassinations.
3 years of rule by the DMK in Tamil Nadu, on a scale of 10, how much would you rank?
See, as far as the Chief Minister is concerned, he seems to be a very transparent man, he seems to be a very active man and a proactive man, and most importantly, he seems to be a very outgoing in terms of taking the name and the brand of Tamil Nadu to all over the world. And I really applaud him for making this extra effort to go out and seek investments, and which seems to be a very successful endeavor. And I really want to applaud him for that.
Other aspects? Law and order?
As I said, in the law and order front, definitely there has to be a far more stricter action on these contract killers.
Now, coming to the 2026 assembly elections, do you think the Congress DMK alliance would remain intact?
At the moment, yes, alliance is very, very settled. And as far as alliance is concerned, it's really the AICC which takes a call. But this is a winning alliance. We won the assembly election, we won the parliament elections, and I see no reason why we won't win the next assembly election as well, because it's going to be a multi-cornered fight in Tamil Nadu.
Vijay's entry, Actor Vijay's entry.
The whole idea of Vijay is just they're only mentioning him to me because he's a movie star. Had this guy been an economist, you won't even be asking me this question. And I don't know what his position on anything is. I mean, he's got a letterpad, he's got a party flag. Beyond that, I do not know what he has. And he'll get his fans vote. But beyond that, I don't think he's going to make any impact. Let me make it one thing very clear. There has been only one person who's transitioned from the screen immediately to politics and has succeeded. That is Mr. M.G. Ramachandran. Everybody else has not succeeded. Even Jayalalitha inherited a political party which was there. Yes, it was split, she fought under it. But every other movie star has failed, right from the legendary Shivaji Ganesan to Kamala Hassan to Vijayakant to Bhagyaraj to T. Rajendra. I can go on with a whole list of people who have failed, and in my estimation, Vijay is going to join that list.
One difference, of course, many make is he's trying to make this political plunge at the peak of his career.
That might be the case, but what does he stand for? Who does he oppose? What is he opposing? If he's coming into state politics, does it mean that he's opposing the DMK? Does he mean that he's an alternative to the DMK? Then if he's alternative to the DMK, what is his position on various issues? And how is he differing from the DMK? He did not obviously contest the parliamentary election, so he obviously doesn't have national ambitions. Right. If he's got state ambitions and he considers himself to be an alternative to the ruling dispensation, which is the DMK, how is he differing from them? See, he has to articulate his position on why or how he's differing from them. Until now, we do not know his position on anything.
In the context of the recent political developments in Tamil Nadu, the key opposition, AIADMK, alleges that the ruling DMK is inching towards the BJP. How does the Congress look at this?
I don't know. I see, as a party in government here, it's only natural that they will have a relationship with the party in government in the center, but does not mean they'll have an alliance with them. Their alliances with the Congress and their secular credentials have been proven time and again in various elections. So yes, I mean, I'm not surprised that they have some sort of a working relationship with the central government, which in turn which will reflect on the relationship with the BJP. But that's not something of concern to us.
Last two questions. The speculation over Sports Minister Udhayanidhi Stalin being projected as the Deputy Chief Minister in waiting.
It's really an internal matter of the DMK and the DMK's government. The Chief Minister has the absolute prerogative to promote anybody, demote anyone or to drop anyone. That's his prerogative. He's free to do whatever he pleases to do.
On questions of dynastic politics, which Congress also faces.
No, why only Congress? You can start with the National Conference in Kashmir. We can talk about the PDP. We can talk about the Akali Dal. We can talk about the Shiv Sena, both versions of it. We can talk about the TDP. We can talk about the BRS. We can talk about the Biju Janata Dal. We can talk about Anbumani's party. I can talk about whole other parties. Why only pick the DMK and the Congress?
But others' wrongs shouldn't be.
It's not wrong. It's a sociological fact. I mean, political parties are structured around dominant families, and that is the sociological fact and a political fact of South Asia, be it Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Everywhere, political parties seem to congregate around families, and that's going to be the trend at least for the foreseeable future.
Do you think, as a mature democracy, we should change that?
Well,
Powers.
over a period of time, it will happen. This is how it was in Europe. This is how it was in America as well. But over a period of time, it will change. Maybe in 25 years, political parties will also shed their dependence on dominant political families. But right now, the political reality and the social reality of South Asia is that there are families which are the fulcrum and the centrality of political parties.
Last question, criticism on Mr. Rahul Gandhi's speech overseas, that he tarnishes India's image.
How is it tarnishing India's image? If somebody is a plain speaker, speaks his mind, gives his opinion freely and frankly, how is India's opinion? I think he's talking about the reality of India. If the reality bites somebody, so be it.
Thank you so much, Karti, for your time. That was Mr. Karti Chidambaram, Congress MP, talking to us in Chennai with Suresh Sam Daniel, Find It TV.